Have you got a pressure washer pump with a gearbox on it that's leaking oil? I do. And it's coming from right there. It's like this. A leaking gearbox on your rig ain't no fun. I'm gonna dive into this one. And I think I've identified where the leak is. I'm gonna go through it from one end to the other. We're gonna stop the leak. I'm gonna show you some other leak points. Might help you stop yours. The first thing I noticed when I throw it up on the bench, of course, you see a little bit of wetness, and I set it up last night, and I saw, this morning I do have this oil spot underneath it. But a lot of times you're trying to determine, is it your pump oil or is it your gear oil? I'm leaking oil somewhere. Hey, the easiest thing to do is see which one is low on oil. That's the easiest way. If you've got one that's drastically lower than the other, I bet that's the component that's leaking. On this particular combination, our pump and our gearbox, I happen to notice a pronounced gap here that I normally don't see compared to the ones I put together. This is a pre-assembled unit here in the shop today. Look, I got a 30 thousandths feeler gauge, if you can tell, and it slides right in that slot. Now, I got one over here I put together. I just want to use it for reference. It's not something you set. It's just something I noticed, and I kind of want to go check one that I built. I can still see I've got a little gap there, but I checked that one that came in pre-built that's leaking over there, and it was a 30 thousandths feeler gauge that touched that gap, and I come over here and check this one at 30. It is not going in that seam, but I dial it back to a 13 thousandths. I can barely get it to set in the corner. Look, that's not a measurement you're going to set. I believe I've isolated the issue with this particular combination of pump and gearbox, but that may not very well be the issue you have. Let's go over several of the leak points that you should be looking for when trying to identify what component's leaking on your combination of gearbox and pump. Usually you're going to have a sight glass here. We can have a leak here. The cap that encases the end of the crankshaft, the bearing, and the seal. That seal can be bad and begin to leak here. The sight glass on the back. That's pretty easy to spot. Right here on the back is your drain plug. Keep an eye on that. Usually don't have any real issues with that unless you just don't tighten it up when you change your oil. Also check the bottom of your pump. Some pumps have a drain plug coming out of the very, very bottom. But where this particular combination is leaking is between the pump and the gearbox. At that point, you got to make a decision. Which one is it? I've determined it's my gearbox. Pretty easy. I'm losing oil level in the gearbox and not losing it in the pump. So I've got it isolated to the gearbox. There's a seal that marries the two halves. I'll show you that when we get in there. I don't think that's really the issue. I think it's a combination of the seal between the pump and the gearbox housing and the hardware that's used to pull it down. That kind of encompasses both of these two joints here on the pump. That's our problem. We're going to get into that. The next leak point, we're just working our way across the top of it, is going to be the two halves of the gearbox. The O-ring that seals these right here, it does a great job, but this is a leak point. You need to check that, as well as the drain plug on the gearbox. The last thing I really want to make you aware of is crankshaft seals. Your crankshaft seal, the crankshaft, the inner shaft of the gearbox. This seal here develop a leak, it trickles down here, and now you got to determine, is it engine or gearbox? Same thing you did with determining oil level. Look for it. Which one's got oil? Which one don't? We're going to pull this plug. I'm going to get the remaining bit of gearbox oil out of here. Let it drain. I'd like to tell you at this point, I got my pump off. I'm going to be moving it around on the table. I did make sure I grabbed me a shipping plug and installed it in the top of my pump so that as I'm turning that thing around, I ain't pouring oil all over my work surface. Remove these on the bottom first. Try and get me a little catch can going. Clean up a little bit of this excess right here before I get busy. I want to get this gear off of here, and I want to address the 4 bolts under here that hold this flange on. Yeah, I'm gonna check on this too. This is not what I'm familiar with using. Got a set screw in here holding that gear on. There we go. See if it'll pull off there. Yeah, it's just that easy. These are the 4 bolts. There should be some sealing washers under there that I anticipate are not torqued down properly, and that's where that leak's coming from. But at this point, it's been leaking. We need to disassemble it and inspect those and the seal behind it. Let's see how tight they had it. I think this is really the issue right here. Pre-assembled unit, I just don't feel that's tight enough to have been sent out. Let me pull that off. Oh. I simply wanted to do a quick little video for you on identifying a leak on a pressure washing gearbox, identifying the difference between it and maybe a leak on your pump. This kind of evolved into something else, and it's kind of got my feathers ruffled a little bit. I know history on this particular pump on my bench, and that's why I'm the way I am on leaking. It's break time. Hey, calm. Break time, break time. I'm looking forward to my break time. Oh, yes, sir. Hey, now. What y'all doing? Hey, today's break time is not brought to you by these Cheez-It folks. No, I'm still eating them, folks. I'm telling you what, it's a good little snack. Now, why they're not sponsoring me, I don't know. Reach out to them, ask them, send them the link. I did. Didn't seem to help. You'd think if you had a promoter of your goods that was wanting to push it that hard and enjoyed it, you'd cut them in on the profits, right? Holler at me, Cheez-Its. Anyway, just good old water today. But look, all kidding aside, this project has turned into a bit more than I anticipated. I was really looking at just, snugging this, taking it apart, identifying the components there for you, and where to look for leaks. And I was going to correct my little leak. I thought maybe it just wasn't snugged up enough. But since I've gotten in there and started taking it apart, I got a new iron. And as soon as I get done with these, I paid for these myself snacks, we get back on it. Because this has got my curiosity up. I'm fitting to prove I'm right. Ain't nothing worse than being wrong and thinking you're right. Baby, there ain't nothing sweeter than being right and being able to prove it. Hold tight. Tell me, I tell you. Look, I thought I was just going to do a little video on identifying a leak, where it's at, how to correct it. But actually, what's causing the leak on this particular pump isn't a failure of a component. It's a failure of somebody to read the instructions. And the first thing I run across when I was disassembling this pump, this screw that they use to hold the gear on, when I pulled that off, I know this screw. I always take it and pitch it to the side. This one's in the kit also for this project. This is the one I always install. It is considerably longer and reaches down in there. I don't guess there's a wrong one when it comes to this, but this barely grabs, if you can tell, it barely grabs at the end. So that was the first strike, and then my doggone feathers was ruffled at this point. So we removed the gear, and I want to remove the plate. As I remove this bolts, and I become a bit flustered because on this particular pump, this is the wrong bolt. For you guys attempting to assemble a gearbox, you're going to have hardware left over. There's different bolts in there depending on what pump you're adapting a gearbox to. And in this particular instance, they used a 35 millimeter length bolt when they should have used the 30 millimeter length bolt. Reason being, that leak we had between the plate and the pump, the longer bolts not allowing this plate to pull down tight enough to create a seal with this O-ring. That's my leak issue. That's the pump I'm working on, RW5535. And here's what I got to back me up on it. Instructional diagram of how to assemble the pump with some side notes which indicate this bolt right here is what's going to hold the flange on, designated for pumps FW2, RW, and TW. I got an RW pump. His note is 4. We'll get down here in the legend. Position 4. It's talking about, it says, mount the cover position 1 of the flange on the pump using screws M30, position 4, and washers with seals. Position 3, inserting the gasket O-ring. That's the O-ring on the back side. They used the wrong doggone screws to start with. The other screws are 35 millimeters long, and they're designated to be used with the FW and the HW series pumps. So essentially by using the longer bolt, it bottomed out before you were able to tighten up the plate against the O-ring and create that seal. Jeremiah, you got to tighten them down with the right bolt. I was fortunate enough to rustle up a few of the correct bolts and sealing washers. I'm gonna put 4 new sealing washers on it. Get this thing reassembled. Yes, sir. It's gonna break out that brand new bottle, boy. Hey! It's gonna get this thing put back together. Got them bolts dressed there with a little drop of Loctite. I got my seal replaced back on the back side of that plate. Let's center it up and get these bolts started. Man, let that thing find home. Let it center up. I always run all these down finger tight. As soon as I feel it touch, I move to the next one. I just feel if I can get it, the more evenly distributed, the less chance of creating a leak back there. Calling for a torque specification on that bolt of 18.4 foot-pounds. And I'm gonna get my torque wrench and I'm gonna get it set and run that rascal down. And then just get busy tightening them up. Oops, sorry about that. And then I always make sure to bring your torque wrench back down to 0. Out that little groove right there. It don't bother me that it's gonna have a little lubricant in there. This O-ring's gonna ride in there. And that'll be the seal for the other side. Y'all know I love this stuff. This stuff's the stuff. Put that stuff on everything. Oh, convenient little lock top. Don't be bashful. Little goes a long way, but man, use the stuff. Now, before I tighten that down, I'm gonna go round me up what I believe to be the proper hardware. Lock washer, my flat, give him a little kiss of the good blue stuff. Now I got some bolt going down in that hole. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. And tighten up our set screw from or B. We're getting close to wrapping this up. Get my seal on. Get the other half of this gearbox flipped up on here. Get a couple in there to pin it. Hold it down. Get all these rascals started and run them down. I got all my bolts holding that housing together run down nice, but I need to tighten them up, and once again, our good old handy torque wrench. Set your torque wrench, 18.4. Hit that thing, there's 9 of them now. Alternate and work from the inside, working out until you get that click. And once again, when you get that click, don't go around again. And as always, don't forget, back it back down to 0 before you put it away. I think I've resolved the issues with this pump. And I hope by you watching and seeing me work through my issue, maybe it gives you the confidence to be able to work through your pump, gearbox, and diagnose and figure out where your leak's coming from. It could be a 99-cent part causing you heartache over time. Who knows? But take a look at it. Be familiar with your equipment and how it's assembled. Don't be afraid to go to the internet and get the instructions. Pull it up and read them and double check. If you feel like something ain't tightening up, investigate. Hey, I do appreciate it. Raj, I'll send you a bill, son. Hey, that's it. Yeah, I ain't joking about that.